The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Ready. 60 outlaw. X3. 218. Chopper. Big grip.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
Second and 4 at the 29-yard line.
Go
6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4.
I'm going to run you over. Let's go.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down. Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Watch the slack. Yo, snap.
They'll look to throw here. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
They'll run with Love. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. Up to make the tackle, J.C. Jackson.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Darnold now to throw. Complete. Smith has it. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Darnold. And this one complete to Smith. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
On
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Derek Barnett, his second sack of the night.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Taking on the midfield logo. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Let's go, D.
On 1st down, here's Love. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. To throw is Darnold. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They've got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Tackle made by the 2nd-round pick, Isaiah Oliver.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. The play fake, and it's Darnold. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They'll run for it with Love. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Back to throw, Darnold. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. We're scoreless after 1. Looking to throw again on second down. Darnold, and it's caught. Touchdown. Christian Kirk, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the second quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play, just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. On second down, Eckler. And an alley to run. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Ito Smith, his first carry. He's going to have the first down past the 20. And he's going to get this all the way up to the 30-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go, D.
Play action. It's Darnold. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Now a first down carry is Kamara. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Ready. Hey, exit. Now.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet, they're going to go for it on 4th. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On 2nd down, Love. And an alley to run. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Steelers' 10-yard line. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they come together.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Josh Oliver, his 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Down. 10 Lobo.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by the linebacker, Myles Jack. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
The Steelers take over first and 10.
Running on first down, Eckler. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
18 Gator. 81.
They'll set up to throw. And this is caught by Evans. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Running with Kamara. But he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Third and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Try to pound it in, Kamara. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Give them a couple on the catch. It's second and 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And it's third down.
Here we go, son. Watch the curve.
Here's Darnold. And he's got his tight end, Oliver. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. First and 10. This is Love. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
third quarter and you've got the lead, you're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
From the 24, Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out, and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero account.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Going on the ground with Eckler. Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves him with 14 yards still to go on 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Go! Now! 58. Hey, foxtrot. Hit it.
Back to throw here. Flush to his right. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
On 2nd and 7, Darnold. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it, Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah,
then with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. A Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards. A give to Kamara running right. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. The ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Derek Barnett bringing the pressure yet again. That's his third sack here tonight. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on fourth down. And as a result, possession switches hands. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. Back now in Pittsburgh as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the fourth quarter. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Love. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two. On 2nd and 12, Darnold. It's caught. It's Miller. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 13-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Derwin James with a pick. And they will finally put an end to the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Boy, just as they thought they were going to add to their lead, the rug gets pulled from right underneath them on that pick. And now after that big return, might be the other sideline grabbing the lead.
Yeah, very well could be. This week, count on your defense to go out and make, I'm not going to call it a miraculous stop, but make it very difficult for them to get the ball in the end zone.
Give him 3 on the gain there, 2nd and goal. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you got to match that aggressive.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are back within a single score. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, it's very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. The shotgun snap for Darnold. And that's caught by Smith. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Love. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Staying on the ground, this time it's Smith. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Miles Jack in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. They'll hand it off. It's Love. Oh, he shifts past him. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown,
and a big loss here as he's taken down.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
They'll set up a throw.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on third down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. So this one fairly well in the bag as they take over with a 1st and goal. Now it's Darnold. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
2nd down and goal. Darnold to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Derwin James with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. 2nd and 10. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Right there on the coverage was the safety, Jesse Bates. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey.
Staying open. 58's the mic.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw.
Come get some.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jair Alexander. They were looking for Johnson that time. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Darnold is going to take a knee, and that should just about do it.
It's a loss of a yard, and it's 3rd down. Here we go, Steelers! Here we go! Here we go, Steelers! Here we go! Here we go!
We got sack.
65.
So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you